Hi, I'm ZapZach, UEI instructor over at UEI Reseda in the ET program. Give a shout out to Uline Eyewear, Milwaukee Gloves, and Klein Helmets. Right here we have a time delay relay working off 110 volts with a 120 to 24 volt transformer, which is powering my 24 volt relay, which is also being initiated by my limit switch, which controls thus to my single phase motor running on 120 volts. I also have an emergency disconnect switch here. And so what happens is when I'm engaged with my 120 volt pigtail to my terminal block, I cannot activate anything because my emergency disconnect is off. When I initiate that, it'll send power to my timer here, which will then be on a time delay of, let's go 5 seconds just for entertainment purposes, which will allow, actually we'll go 10 seconds, excuse me, which will turn on my blue light over here indicating that I can activate my limit switch, which will turn on my motor. Also, when I initiate this emergency stop switch, it will turn on my red light, meaning that the line is cold at the moment until my timer has reached 10 seconds, and then the interval will change. So this will become off and this will become on. Okay, and also, once again, when you are working with relays, you have to make sure that you are providing the correct voltage to the relay. As you can see, we are initiating the power on the 24 volts through the coil, half of it through the side here, and the other half is being initiated by my normally open contacts on my limit switch. When I move my limit switch over, that coil becomes normally closed, allowing that circuitry to happen and pass through to my relay here, thus allowing the passive power of the 120 volts initially coming up the line to my motor because we're working with a single phase low voltage motor. All right, here we go. Turning on my emergency switch now. My red light is on. After the 10-second interval, it will turn off and my blue light will turn on. Cool. So now I can come over to my limit switch, activate that, which will ultimately activate the relay, which will turn on my motor. Okay, so it's just another forms of control that's out there that you can work with. As far as you'll find in industrial and some possibly commercial applications, if not in factories and assembly lines. I'm ZapZach. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And always make sure to have fun out there and be safe.